The HAL robot suit represents a milestone in therapy for those with reduced mobility. Gianna Regenbrecht is a paraplegic. With HAL, she is now learning to walk again. Training with HAL has given me a great deal of confidence. I regained trust in my legs and am excited to once again pursue a self-determined life. Once I realized that I was able to keep making progress, this gave me an even stronger will to improve. The robot suit, developed in Japan, is being used successfully at Cyberdyne Robotics Bochum Training Center. The system, which is fabricated from special plastics, gives patients a sense of stability while also supporting their movements. What's special about it? HAL is controlled by the patient's nerve impulses. Gianna Regenbrecht suffered a severe spinal cord injury during a riding accident. The 21-year-old has had to rely on a wheelchair since this time. Residual leg function is the most important prerequisite for the so-called neuromuscular feedback therapy with HAL. Only when residual neuronal function of this kind is present can patients control the robot via sensors on their skin. The brain sends nerve impulses to the leg muscles. The sensors on the patient's skin register these impulses. A computer processes them and controls electric motors located in the hip and knee joints. However, the muscles also send impulses back to the brain. Over time, the so-called neuromuscular feedback then activates areas of the brain. This unique effect is what differentiates HAL from comparable systems. Regular training allows the leg muscles to be strengthened again. Gait is improved significantly, and each step becomes more assured. After 3 months of therapy, Gianna Regenbrecht's mobility has improved dramatically. Maintaining the mobility that she has achieved requires daily training. First of all, we were able to demonstrate a safe application within the scope of a pilot study. We then showed how patients could achieve improvements in terms of total distance covered, walking speed, and time while wearing the device on the treadmill. We were also able to demonstrate that patients can actually walk further and for longer without this exoskeleton when using corresponding aids. Patients can then manage with just underarm crutches instead of having to use the rollator, or with a walking stick instead of underarm crutches. Patients with chronic and acute spinal paralysis, as well as those who have suffered a stroke, display visible progress following the therapy. This kind of success offers many people hope. Training with the robot has been an extremely important step on the road to walking again. My ultimate objective is to be able to walk freely like I used to. It gave me a great deal of core stability and more power in my legs, but perhaps the most remarkable thing for me is that it led to a situation in which my arm is no longer so spastic. I didn't used to be able to walk unassisted on the rollator or stand up on my own. I can now do both of these things. I have also become more independent. Thanks to the HAL training, I can now stand on both legs again and live an active life without a wheelchair or walking aids. Gianna Regenbrecht's greatest dream has also come true, as she can once again sit on a horse. After all, she simply cannot imagine a life without horse riding, despite her spinal paralysis. I was never even willing to discuss the notion of not riding again. I felt certain that I could one day be able to get back in the saddle. Scientific studies have documented the following progress: increased walking speed, reduced reliance on walking aids, reduced spasticity, reduced neuropathic pain, strengthened muscles, stimulation of brain areas affected. HAL the pioneering technology for rehabilitation of those with walking disabilities.